Britain has some of the most congested roads in Europe, and it's the emergency services on two wheels that can scythe through the traffic and get vital help where it's most needed, fast. The bike squads of Essex Police and West Midlands Ambulance Service race to protect the public and save lives. Coming up, paramedics are called to an epileptic man in trouble. Police stalk bikers doing over 100 miles an hour. And there's a battle to save a man whose heart has stopped.
OK, team, thank you very much. You can step back.
Birmingham, Britain's second city, home to over 1 million people. The emergency medical needs of the city are handled by the West Midlands Ambulance Service. And on the front line are two paramedic bikers, Mark Hayes and Steve Harris.
It's a 7 o'clock start. I'm sure Mark will laugh, but I'm usually here early. I'm usually here before 7.
He goes into hibernation pre-7 o'clock start. This is his little chair. He's got his heater. Obviously, come 7 o'clock, he's already ready. He's kitted up, and he's awake, and he's like a cold spring. It's as if he's 21 again.
Working grueling 12-hour shifts, they can face anything from epileptic seizures to stabbings. This morning, Mark Hayes is on duty.
Got reports of an RTC, bus versus pedestrian.
This could be serious. Mark can sprint across town on his Yamaha FJR 1300, faster than an ambulance. The bikes carry all the same equipment as an ambulance and are fitted with our cameras, so we arrive at the scene of an incident the second they do. Mark arrives just 4 minutes after receiving the 999 call. He's the first emergency service on scene, and he takes charge.
Hello there.
She was hit head-on by the bus.
OK.
Are you sure it didn't go over her?
The wheels didn't.
Well, unless the bus is reversed.
No, the wheels didn't go over. I watched the whole thing.
Big nice and still. What's your name? Nagina. OK. Where's your pain at the moment? Yeah? On your head. Yeah, I can feel there's a nice big lump there. Can you do me a favour?
It seems that Nagina was hit as she crossed the road and was dragged under the bus.
Right, I'm going to need to do some checks on you. I don't want you moving at all. All right.
Mark has to act fast and needs all the help he can get.
Do you want to grab some gloves out of my pouch on my belt? Pop some gloves on. Again, what I want you to do is keep nice and still. This young lady's going to come and hold your head for me. OK, if you come round and just hold the head for me. I want you to pop a hand either side and keep nice and still. Don't want the head to move at all. What I need to do is I need to assess you properly, all right? I can't have you move at all. I need to cut your jacket so I can get to your arm. I need to have a listen to your chest and have a look at your top to toe, all right?
If Nagina has injured her spine, Mark has to keep her perfectly still. Any movement could result in permanent paralysis.
How old did you say you were, Nagina? 18. All right. Where do you live? Say again, sorry?
Nagina's not responsive, and she's shaking due to the shock. Mark's concerned she may have a serious brain injury. Fellow paramedic Steve has arrived as backup.
Nice and still. We're going to pop this collar on. It's to stop you moving. It's really uncomfortable. All right. Don't move. Don't move.
The collar will support Nagina's neck.
Keep still. Don't move. Don't move. OK, it's good enough. Thank you. OK. Nice and still. We're just going to get your blood pressure. That's cool.
If you've got to do your checks, I'm fine.
No, that's fine. What I want to do is check you from top to bottom now. All right. I need you to tell me if you've got any pain. Can you remember what day it is yet? No. OK. Just going to have a little press here. Can you tell me if you've got any pain?
shoulder. This.
Just in the shoulder. Any pain here? No? Okay. Any pain down the centre here? No? What I'm going to do is have a little feel of your tummy. Any pain in your tummy? Nothing at all? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a little look at your legs now. That hurt there? I'm just going to take your boot off, all right? Keep still, don't pull.
Nagina's complaining of pain in her thigh.
Take your sock off.
She may have broken her thigh bone or femur.
Because you've got pain in your left femur region, yeah, what I need to do is I need to examine your leg. I'm going to keep you as decent as I can. I'm going to cut your trousers up to as if it was short length, just so I can see your femur. All right, so keep still for me. Keep still, don't move. Okay, yeah, you're going to abrasion. Can you pop your leg out straight for me?
Your left leg down.
Are you able to straighten it?
Put it down straight on the floor.
Okay. How about this one? Can you pop it out straight?
Straight to the floor. That's
Well done. Well done. Right, the ambulance is here. What we're going to do now is we're going to get you off the floor, yeah? What I need you to do is keep nice and still. We're going to move you. We're going to do absolutely everything for you. All right. So open your eye for me. Look at me. Can you open your left eye at all? No? All right. Will you take over the head for me and give this lady a break? Yes. She's been very, very helpful. I do appreciate your help. Nagina, what we're going to do now is we're going to get you off the floor. You need to keep nice and still. All right.
On slide, ready, steady, slide, and stop.
Okay. Are we clear? Can you point your toes up towards the sky for me? Marvellous, we'll do that.
Ready, steady, slide.
Hold it there. Okay, can you straighten your legs for me, Nagina? Okay. And the straps. Just going to go tight.
Mark's done a preliminary check for life-threatening injuries.
1, 2, 3.
But the team need to get Nagina to hospital to be checked over properly. Such a huge impact could easily have left her with serious internal injuries, from ruptured organs to hemorrhages.
All right. You've been hit by a bus. The bus has actually stopped inches from her legs, so during the accident she sustained a head injury, facial injury. She was unconscious, so we're told, for about 2 minutes following the accident. On arrival, she's confused, she's repetitive, keeps asking what's happened. We've explained and she continues to ask the same questions. Other than the head injury, everything else seems to be okay, but obviously we're concerned about the head.
Essex, 1,400 square miles, home to nearly 1.5 million people. It has one of the busiest road networks in the UK, with several main arteries carrying traffic in and out of London. Policing of these roads is spearheaded by the 10-man biker squad. In 2010, the Essex statistics for motorcyclists killed or seriously injured, also known as KSI, was 204. That's 4 every week. Essex police are doing all they can to reduce these figures. Most fatal accidents happen at the weekend, so it's the best time to get out and catch bad riders and spread the word about safer biking. On patrol today, Steve Stomp Allen. It's early Sunday morning at the Biker Cop HQ. Stomp and his colleague Mick Wills are preparing to hit the roads. Instead of his usual bike, today Stomp's going undercover on the fastest bike in the garage, the BMW K1200S. It's been customized with hidden lights and siren, and it's equipped with a discreet camera to capture all the action out on the road. It's capable of over 170 miles an hour. Stomp shouldn't need to take it up to top speed, but he knows exactly what sort of biking he's likely to be up against today.
You get a certain minority that really want to ride the bike like so on a racetrack. You get quite a few accidents where motorcyclists come into a bend, don't know how to read it and end up in a field and injure themselves, or you even get wheelies, all sorts of bad behaviour, what you'd expect to see on a racetrack, and that's what we're trying to sort of slow them down so they don't have the accidents with these things. I'm going to go out to begin with. Mick will be following at a discreet distance. I will follow them and video them. If they require stopping, I'll call Mick on the radio. He will come up and assist to stop the vehicle because he's got the marked bike.
stalking the roads around Chelmsford, it's not long before Stomp gets his first customers. Up ahead, approaching the brow of the hill, is a group of 5 motorbikes gunning it along the A road at speeds of over 100 miles an hour. Even on the undercover bike, Stomp's flat out trying to catch up with them. He's a highly trained rider, and he's nudging 140, trying to keep them in his sights. As the group come to a roundabout, Stomp pulls up behind. The speeding bikers have no idea that the new rider is actually an undercover cop, until Stomp lets the back marker know in no uncertain terms. But Stomp wants to stop the whole group. He's not letting the front 2 get away. By the next roundabout, he's lost sight of them, but he knows the bikers' favourite routes and knows exactly which way they're heading. The leaders seem to realise there's something up. Their speeds drop to 60, but Stomp's got the rest of their ride on camera. Their fun's over for today. Stomp's pulling them in.
$140 down the middle of 2 rows of cars.
2 rows too?
Yeah. Well, just wait for your mates to come round and we'll sort you all out what we're going to do with you.
Moment of stupidity, isn't it? You know.
All right. Is that good?
Old enough to know better.
Well, that's one way of putting it. I want you to listen carefully to what I'm going to say, okay? What we've just seen and witnessed there is totally unacceptable on the road, okay? You've got families out there in the car going about this business on a Sunday, and you don't know who you're overtaking. You may be the best motorcyclist in the world, you may be the best machine in the world, but you cannot account for what they're going to do, can you? At that speed down the middle, I had this thing up to near 140 at one stage, just trying to keep up with you. It only needs one of them to attempt an overtake, and you haven't even got time to react before you hit it. And you're spread a long way down the road. We want you to go out there and have fun. We want you to enjoy your motorcycle. We don't want you to kill yourself. And that's what's going to happen if you ride like that eventually. So what I'm going to actually do is report you both for the consideration of the question of prosecution for the offence of careless driving. You don't have to say anything but my harmony defence if you do not mention when question something which later on in court, and if you do so may be given in evidence. That said, what I'm going to now do is offer you the chance to take a ride scheme. Basically what it is, a 2-day course, you pay for it out of your own pocket, so you're not going to get fined, but you're going to have to pay for the course in the region of £200. Okay? You attend that, and we don't take any further action. Yeah, I've got it on video.
No, we understand.
Okay, and I'm sure the magistrates would love to see that if you don't attend the ride course. Yeah. And I don't think you'd be talking to £200 in all honesty. But go along and learn, please. Okay? We all ride bikes, we know what it's like. If you want to ride like that, the track's the place, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay then, gents.
The bikers know how lucky they've been.
It's very fair of you to deal with it like that. I realise I could have lost my licence there, so...
You can do, but we'd rather you do that and lose your life, and that's what...
I do really appreciate what you've done.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm a motorcycle myself.
I will slow myself down. That was a one-off. We don't do that all the time. We've been out all morning. We've had a fantastic ride, and it's a shame to spoil it.
Yeah, you have. That's
The ride course is a national scheme only available to a rider once in any 3-year period. If the rider reoffends anywhere in the country, it will be straight to court.
Yeah.
The scheme is proven to be more effective than points and fines.
That is exactly what we're trying to stop, and what our job's about. They are middle-aged gentlemen. They're very, very nice and very pleasant. They were chatty, very thankful because we reported them going the ride scheme. But they are the highest group of KSIs where it comes to motorcyclists, gents in their sort of late 30s, early 40s.
Gentlemen that age wouldn't drive the cars in that manner, generally. You wouldn't get 5 people out You might get 5 boy racers out racing around the town, you know, doing the silly stuff that you do when you're young. But then they're beyond all that. But they're still doing it on bikes, you know. Don't very often get middle-aged women doing that, do you? It's part of our makeup.
Extension to their sexuality, as I think has been described before.
Do you need one then?
I know you do, but I don't. We are human, we've got flexibility, we've got a discretion, and this is what we used in this case. And it is not just a case of prosecute everyone like people think we do. It is education, and if we could educate everyone, great.
Birmingham, mid-morning. The city centre is getting busy and the streets are filling with shoppers. Paramedic Steve Harris is on duty. Steve's been told a man is having a seizure just a few hundred yards away. When Steve finds the man, he's already on his feet and walking away.
Hiya, chap. All right. All right. Yeah, I'll turn that off. I know, people were worried, so they've come and asked me and told me about you.
Yeah, all right, Mum.
How are you?
All right, Dave.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Not too bad.
Right, let's just jump off this. And you're obviously with our fella? Here is Mum. How often do you have your fits?
Every month or two.
Yeah,
oh, right.
Paramedics at the moment.
Okay. I can see you'd got up and you were on your way. I'll have a quick word with your mum as soon as she's finished.
Yeah.
All right. He tells me he's epileptic.
Yeah.
Does he have them regular?
He has been, because he hasn't been taking his tablets on the clock time.
Right. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to get out of the hospital? No? But you've got to take your tablets, haven't you, mate?
Yeah.
You know what they're for.
Well, I
right?
took them this morning.
Yeah. But you have to take them every day. You've got to keep taking them regular.
Oh, yeah.
You know. All right. Not a problem. Okay then.
Right, thanks for your help.
There's nothing we can do then if you don't want to. No. All right. All the best. I'll see you around.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Bye-bye. The nature of epilepsy, once they've had the fit, most of them don't want to go to hospital.
But just as Steve starts to tell us what's happening, the man collapses again. Mark's arrived as backup and gets to him first.
Stay there, Will.
It's all right.
Johnny, you love your blood.
Just going to have to go in. Okay. All right.
All right, mate.
All right. Hello there. We're talking again. That's your third one.
Epileptic fits can take many forms, including shouting and kicking out.
212, can you put me back on this case?
Once the fit has ended, the sufferer is often left disorientated.
So, ambulance will be required, over. How you doing? Hello there. Can I pop this on your finger, William? Does he just eaten, or?
Yeah.
He just had something to eat?
Yeah.
Apart from his epilepsy, does he suffer with anything else? No other?
Schizophrenia.
Yeah. Okay. Right, well, that's all looking good.
He had a massive body moan yesterday, and he was sort of disorientated, and he was on about things that wasn't there, saying he's got to get to his mum's, and he was in my house.
Right.
And I think that was the schizophrenic paranoia.
Yeah.
Saying somebody was after him, and there was nobody there.
You hurting anywhere, William? Can I do your blood pressure? You used to all this, are you? Right, we're just waiting for an ambulance, Will. All right. And we'll pop you down to hospital.
Coming with us, Mum?
Yes, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, you ain't going to take you anywhere without your mum, are we?
You don't think I'm going to leave you on your own? I'm your mum.
Hello there.
Right.
Get you on the back of our ambulance then. Get you off the street.
Gently. You alright?
How are you feeling now then?
Alright.
I feel like you can have another one. Do you know when you're going to have them? You do?
He's had 3 last week.
And 3 today.
And 3 today.
Right.
Okay. Could have been more. He might weren't there with him all the time.
You alright, matey? Alright, just relax.
He does lash out, so just be aware.
Anti-epilepsy drugs are usually effective in preventing seizures, but they have to be taken regularly.
That's exactly what I witnessed on the street. Okay.
If doses are missed, seizures can begin within hours, and the withdrawal symptoms from the medication can make the seizures more frequent and worse than before.
As quick as that.
And they may not stop until the sufferer gets hospital treatment.
Is that a bit better? Okay. Okay.
Okay, come on.
Relax, William.
It's all right, Will. Come on, Will.
Just sit still for me.
That's a good lad.
That's it, just lie down.
That's it.
Lie down.
Nice,
right.
nice and calm. All right.
You alright, Will?
Calm down, Will.
Our patient has had another couple of epileptic episodes, so we're obviously taking him to hospital to check up. Because they're coming fairly frequently at the moment, we're obviously concerned with him falling off the stretcher. So I'm travelling in the ambulance mainly just to keep him safe, make sure that he's going to be all okay.
Dealing with seizures is difficult for the paramedics because there's not much they can do to help.
The main thing to do is to try and pop them into a recovery position where you roll them over onto the side. Just keep them safe, let the fit run through its natural course. There's nothing you can do to stop it. All you can do is try to look after the general welfare of the patient.
Severity of epilepsy varies from patient to patient, but in serious cases like this, treatment is essential.
In this particular instance, the convulsions were coming with more frequent. Eventually, if there's nothing done, if you just leave him on his own or he refuses to go to hospital, the worst scenario is that they will start to convulse and they will not come out of that convulsion. Part of the convulsion is that they lose the ability, they bite their tongue, they're not able to breathe properly because their chest muscles aren't working properly, etc. And if it does lead to coma, it can lead to death.
Essex, early morning. PC Steve Clements is on patrol. Clem is part of the Casualty Reduction Unit, tasked with reducing deaths on Essex roads. Today, one of the things he'll be looking for is drivers not wearing seatbelts. 1/3 of deaths in crashes could be prevented if people were strapped in, and it's not long before he's caught someone.
My daughter in that, I've got to get her to school and I'm annoyed and I'm an upset. Okay. I've got to go, I'm sorry, alright, I haven't got my belt on, but I've got to get her to school and I'm running late, alright?
Well, as soon as we've dealt with your seatbelt, you can go to school, can't you?
Yeah, sorry, I'm having a bit of a row with her, I'm sorry, I'm getting annoyed with you, but...
I know.
It is my car.
Sorry, so the gentleman jumped out.
Check everything, alright?
You go again. Want to come here then? You got your driving licence?
I'm just taking her home, alright? Because she's running late for school. I don't want, and you know what teenagers are like, alright? But it is my car. You can check everything.
Okay, I'll find out who it is. What's your name, sir?
What are you doing?
I'm writing you a ticket out and you're wearing your seatbelt. That's what I'm doing, so I've stopped you.
Oh, look, please don't give me a fine.
That's what I'm doing, isn't it? That's why I've stopped you.
Look, I'm really sorry. I've just been out, please.
No, it's not
I'm
really,
really, I'm sorry, all right? I haven't got the money. I can't afford it. I'm not working. Please, I'm so sorry.
You're car, aren't you? So
yeah, but I can't afford it. Do you know what? No.
All right, calm down. You get yourself nicked.
I'm calming down. I'm so... No.
You swear, right?
I'm so... You can...
Right, I'm telling you, there's no need for it. All right?
No, you!
Oi.
It is your fault!
Hey, calm down.
No, I'm... No.
All right, can you calm down? Can you shut...
Now I've been... Look, now I've been charged.
Can you just
now
shut the door?
I've got a fine and everything because of you.
What? Can you just shut the door?
Oh, do you know what? Just do what you got to do. I'm a good bloke.
Okay. You want to come here?
What?
Come here.
No, where now? I'm really pissed off with that daughter of mine.
Okay, I appreciate that, but...
Yeah, and you're going to give me a ticket, yeah? For what?
For not wearing your seatbelt, as I
Oh,
said.
big deal. Do you know what? I just gone to the petrol garage.
Yeah?
And I forgot to... And then we have an argument.
Okay. So you're driving along without your seatbelt, have an argument with your daughter, not paying attention to the road, and something happens.
No, of course not.
Then you have a serious
I'm a very good driver, to be honest.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Do you know what? Someone broke into my garden the other day, yeah? Right? Broke 3 panels off the back of my garden, yeah? Where are you when I want them?
Right, well, I'm part of the petrol production unit.
Yeah, I don't do... Do you know what? Someone could have broke into my house.
Right, hang on. Stop swearing,
I'm
okay?
fed up.
I'm not swearing at you, right?
No.
You asking what I was doing, I'm telling you my job. If you don't want to ask those questions, don't ask them, and I won't answer.
Why don't you go out and get the real criminals? You know what I mean?
Right. One last warning, right? I ask you not to swear. Right? I'm not swearing at you.
No, I appreciate that,
So
but I'm
don't swear
annoyed.
at me. All right? I've asked you not to. Right?
No,
I'm
you give me a fine.
explain to yes, I'm doing it. You're not wearing your seatbelt. You know it. You told me not wearing your seatbelt. You have an argument with your daughter. You're not paying attention to the road. Okay? And that's why I've stopped you. Okay? Once I finish this, you'll be able to go. So you've done everything else.
How much is a fine?
£60 fine.
Oh, do you know what?
And your first name was?
You're going to pay for this. £60 fine. Thank you.
And your first name was?
Well, you're the policeman. Why don't you find out what my name is?
Okay then. No, I'll find out.
Right. 60 quid, all right? You happy now? Because you didn't want to stick that picture on my phone. I hate you. I haven't got the money to pay it.
Okay.
So can you explain how I'm going to pay it if I haven't got the money?
Well, not really. It's not really my problem, is it?
Well, it is, because you're giving me this fine.
That's right, yeah. But you're driving a car on the road, not wearing your seatbelt. Okay? So you're running a vehicle on the road. Okay? So you're paying to run the vehicle. Okay?
What about the guy that broke into my garden, made damage on my house?
Okay.
What about him? Are you going to catch him? Is he going to get fined?
Who is he?
Well, you tell me. Yeah?
Police come round to you?
No, they didn't.
Did you phone it in?
No, I didn't.
And how do we come round? Do we know that then?
Yeah, but you wouldn't catch him anyway.
Okay then. Okay, so let's say 28 days to pay it. Okay, if you don't pay it, then you'll end up in the court. All right then?
Okay, yeah.
The gentleman didn't wear his seatbelt. That's the risk the driver takes. It's not my fault he's not wearing it. If he can't afford to pay it, then the simple thing is put a seatbelt on.
I don't want to upset people, you know, but I'm doing my job. And as people say, you know, why don't you do your job properly? Well, I am. That's my job. So I can't help everybody. They can't all be happy.
The city of Birmingham has one of the most diverse populations in the country. And once a year, the Irish contingent take to the streets of the city centre for the St. Patrick's Day parade. Medical emergencies for the day will be handled by biker paramedic Mark Hayes.
With the volume of people, the road closures, I can take to the footpaths. I can get through the manned barriers at the junctions. Quickest paramedic around here today is going to be me on a motorbike. There's nothing better than the bike.
Before they join the parade, Mark and his colleague Steve get a blessing from St. Patrick himself.
Top of the morning to you all. It's good to see you.
And you.
All right? All right, mate.
Thank you.
Really hope you have a good, peaceful day. All right?
Thank you very much. How old are you, sorry?
1,764.
Steve,
Nearly as old
here
as
a
Steve.
second.
Yeah.
So, you're over 1,000 years old, and you look very, very similar. So what's your real age, Steve?
It's not long before Mark gets his first casualty.
Do you want to put a little bandage around it, or...?
If you could, I'd be very grateful, thank you. And he lives with 3 cats that bully him remorselessly.
Very tender. I know we don't normally deal with animals, but, you know, St Patrick's Day, the dog's in the parade, so let's do our best to fix the dog up.
But now there's a real emergency on the other side of the city. A man's lying unconscious in the street and has stopped breathing. On his bike, Mark can be there in seconds. An ambulance crew has just arrived as well. Mark takes charge.
You don't want to give us a bit of privacy, do you, Pete? Thank you. What's the story?
About 10 minutes now.
The man has no signs of life. He's not breathing. His heart has stopped. Mark takes over the chest compression started by the ambulance crew, squeezing the heart inside the chest to mimic a proper heartbeat, while his colleagues use a bag to pump air into the lungs. It doesn't look good.
Thanks for trying, but he's got no pulses, I'm afraid. I think he collapsed. At that point.
Mark has a defibrillator, but for the safety of the crowds and the crew, he decides to get the man onto the ambulance before shocking his heart. Every second he's left on the pavement cuts his chance of survival. Defibrillation only works some of the time. If the man's heart has certain signs of activity, there's a chance a shock will force it back into a normal rhythm.
Okay, come back down. Yeah. We're going to have to alter it as well. Up the board. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to extend it. Okay, team, thank you very much. You can step back. Thank you. All right. Just get everything ready to go, mate. If you would.
When you're on to next.
Go on, stop. I'll hold him and steady him as you lift. Shall we have a corner? So when?
Ready, set, lift.
Mark must do everything he can. It's a battle against time.
Yeah, no, sorry. All right.
On the ambulance, the team attach the defibrillator.
So I'm on defib, I'm on pads. Stand clear a second. Right. VF, shockable. You want to stand, watch your back, stand clear.
VF, ventricular fibrillation, means the heart is spasming, not pumping, but still alive.
Everybody clear. Thank you. Yeah.
Ready, clear.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Patient is making some respiratory efforts.
Is he? Right, we've got an output, That's cracking. Got a bradycardic output.
The shocks worked, and the man's heart is beating again.
We've got a cracking radial pulse. We've continued with resuscitation. He's had a shock by means of a defib. We've managed to get an output back, which is obviously is good, but he's still very, very poorly. And he's just started to make the occasional respiratory efforts, so that's how it stands at the moment. We've got SATs of 100%, so I think that's sufficient, to be fair.
That's right, I thought SATs were still 80. Okay. Rests are increasing.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're up to 6 a minute.
The man's heart is beating, but he'll need extensive treatment before he's out of danger. The team need to get him to hospital fast.
201 at hospital. He's not had any drugs at all, it's just CPR and a shock. We've got an output back. We hope that he makes a full recovery and is discharged from hospital. If that's not the case, we've managed to restart his heart, he's breathing again. His family are going to be able to come to hospital. They're going to be able to sit with him. Obviously hope for a full recovery, but if not, they're going to have time with their loved one, which obviously in the street, if we'd not managed to restart his heart, not managed to get him breathing, you know, they'd be coming to pay the respects to somebody that's passed away.
A quiet Sunday morning in Birmingham. But it's no day of rest for biker paramedic Steve Harris.
See you, lads.
A 999's come in to a woman who's suffering from severe chest pains. It could be anything from heart problems to anxiety. As he sprints across the city, Steve must be ready to deal with anything. The patient's at an address right on the edge of the Bikers patch. But Sunday roads are quiet, and Steve covers 4 miles in just under 5 minutes to be first on scene.
Hello.
When he arrives, he finds a woman in agony. She doesn't speak any English. Her granddaughter helps to translate.
Hello. Right, tell me what's happening.
Basically, just half an hour ago, she just started screaming. She got chest pain.
Chest pain?
Yeah.
Okay, can she show me where the pain is? There and into her back. Has she had this pain before?
No.
Has she eaten today? She hasn't eaten yet. Okay. All right. What we need her to do, obviously, is to just try and calm down and relax. So, shh, nice. Okay.
Panicking can make any pain seem even worse. Steve must keep her calm.
When she breathes, if she has a big deep breath, will it hurt? Ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it hurts when she's breathing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No. Excuse me. Relax. Okay. Does she have any heart problems? No. Never had a heart attack. I know she's got tummy problems, so she has gastric problems. Anything else? No?
She's got a
Hypertension. So her blood pressure's high and the type. Just shh. Come on. Come on. Come on.
The woman's on medication for her ailments. More than 10 million people in the UK take pills to reduce blood pressure, but there can be side effects ranging from dizziness to constipation.
And she's never had pain like this before? Where's her other arm? Give me this. Okay.
Steve's beginning to rule out heart problems, but runs an ECG to be sure.
All right. This pain, the big breath. And too much pain? Yeah? Okay, let's have a quick listen. Right, so that's still on. Right, we're just waiting for the ambulance. We're going to pop her down. Okay, the little bit that I've done, the blood pressure is up at the moment, but she's obviously upset and in panic. The heart, what she's describing lets me think that it's not a heart. Okay, if it's the heart, when you breathe in, the pain doesn't get changed, it doesn't get worse. Okay, so it's either a lung or muscles. All right?
Yeah.
With a heart attack looking unlikely, an ambulance crews arrive to get her to hospital, where doctors will get to the bottom of just what's wrong.
It's much worse on inspiration. Just got her to take a big deep breath and she was doubled over with the pain.
But Steve wants to run a more comprehensive ECG in the back of the ambulance.
We're just going to do a 12-lead ECG, which involves exposing the chest. So I'll close the doors up.
And as he continues to unravel his patient's medical history, he discovers what might be behind the problem.
I mean, as she's lying there now, when we brought her out, she seems to be a bit calmer.
Yeah.
Can you ask her if the pain's eased?
Maar wie snel je komt er ook om zin in? No, what does it? You did it. It's gone on the side now.
On the side. See, all this punch that it's not a heart, it's something else. Has she been to the toilet?
No, she's constipated.
She is constipated. How long? How many days?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Did you get that? 3 days constipation.
As many as 12 million people suffer from constipation in the UK. Untreated, it can lead to hemorrhoids, rectal prolapse, and, if dangerous bacteria get into the body, can even be life-threatening.
The fact that she is constipated, that may not be it. I'm not saying it is, that's the be-all and end-all, but it could well be that's the particular problem, and that's why she's in pain at the moment.
With the woman safely on her way to hospital, Steve waits for his next call, and it looks like he's on a recruitment drive.
It's all right.
I'm next. I'm next. I'm next.
Yeah. Give me a rush on the bus.
But, as always, he's ready for the next emergency. Nagina hadn't suffered any serious injuries, just cuts and bruises, and went home from hospital the same day. William spent 2 days in hospital, but is now home, taking his medications regularly, and his seizures are much less severe. The lady did have constipation, and the pain was compounded by her arthritis. She was also diagnosed with a urine infection. She's going to Bangladesh with her grandson to recuperate and see her family. 72-year-old Graham is still in hospital after suffering a heart attack. His wife Patricia was at home when it happened.
It was a lovely sunny day. The policewoman came to the door and I knew something awful had happened. It was a serious heart attack. And I blanked out almost. I couldn't sort of take it in. I was warned all sorts of things could happen to him. They obviously give you the worst scenario. They have to.
Just that morning, Graham had been on a charity walk for the British Heart Foundation.
But he didn't believe first he could possibly have a heart attack anyway. Now he believes it, and now he believes his life has been saved.
Graham wouldn't have pulled through without the swift response of the ambulance service.
At least he was in a good place to have a heart attack. If you're going to have one, have it where there are people who know what they're doing. And I think that's probably why it's been such a good outcome. They were there, and that was brilliant. That has saved his life. It did save his life.
Next time on Emergency Bikers.
Was it hurting when
Steve's called to a life-threatening infection.
It's just like a pimple, isn't it? Only a big one.
PC Lucy Watson has her hands full on Southend seafront.
You alright? I'm from Newcastle.
And Mark Hayes deals with a man who's lost several pints of blood.
So the bleeding this morning, what time did that start?
All night.
All night.